Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Planescape Torment. Alright, we have found ourselves someplace else. Possibly by accident. Possibly. We've got a Modron to talk to right there, which we'll do in a moment. Let's take a quick look at the map screen. Modron Foyer. Okay, well. I guess we'll go talk to this Modron. Howdy. You see a cube with 2 arms, 2 legs, and 2 small wings sprouting from its sides. On the front of the cube is an animated face. As you approach, the creature focuses its eyes upon you. Greetings! The creature focuses motionless eyes on you. Greetings, adventurer. Welcome to Rubicon, the dungeon construct. Thank you for choosing Rubicon for your dungeoning experience. You may access Rubicon through this door. What is a dungeon construct? The creature blinks at you but gives no indication and it has heard your question. What is Rubicon? Other than a river in Germany. Is it in Germany right now? I don't know. Crossing the Rubicon with Julius Caesar was Gaulish territory. I'm better about ancient geography than I am with modern geography. Blaming Crusader Kings too. Alright, never mind. I've got to go. Farewell. Okay, well then. Mr. Modron. We've got a passageway through there.
Gone.
We've got a passageway through there. Apparently we can't go through that way. So would that be, like, back? That might be back. Let's check it out. If we can. Okay, looks like we can't. I guess we're going in here. Thank you for locking me in. Low threat construct. You see a mechanical man. I am a mechanical man. With pale green skin. Although it is obviously a construct, it does have an animated face which is scowling at you. Greetings! Grr. The creature growls at you, then pauses, weighing your reaction. Am I supposed to be frightened by that? It looks confused. Grr? It makes a feeble, threatening gesture towards you. I asked you if I'm supposed to be frightened by that. It stares at you for a moment while considering your question. Yes, grr is a sound indicative of a threat. I have included an appropriate gesture to add weight to the threat. Fear is the anticipated response, which will give me the advantage in the fight that follows. It leaps to the attack. Attack! Oh, hello. Alright, so what do we have? Low threat constructs. There, righty.
What's up?
Mort, you can go take that one out, right?
Endure.
Hi.
In enduring, grow strong.
You two take that one out.
Ignis hears you.
You go attack that one.
Yes?
You go attack that one. I guess I'll attack that one. Way to go, Ignis. Just miss it, why don't you? Also, seriously, Mort, I kind of expected you to get there a little bit faster.
How may I help?
All right.
Can you guys get over here? Apparently I cannot. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, we gained 500 experience points. So apparently our only path is through here. You see a mechanical man with pale green skin, blah, 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 blah. Greetings! The creature suddenly stops scowling at you and adopts a look of mock terror. Eek! It is the hero, sent here no doubt to slay the evil one. Woe to me, the hapless construct on duty at the time of his arrival. What are you doing? The creature leans in and begins to whisper to you. I am currently enacting the frightened minion who meets the hero for the first time. It then straightens and begins to call out in a frightened voice. To arms, fellow constructs, we must strike down the hero. It leaps to the attack. Well, I guess we're going to murder you guys.
Did you see that?
That was pretty impressive. Why, thank you, Mort. How did it get a dirty rat charm? Don't you be hitting Anna for 1 point in the damage in the butt. Rude. What? A magic item!
Ready.
A magic item! Weight 0. It's something, but Bator be damned if you can figure out what. It does radiate magic, however. Does it really? I guess I got another one of those. Maybe we can sell it. Okay, so we can go through there. Can't, like, manipulate anything in here, can we? Nope, seems like no. Magic 8 Ball says no. You see a mechanical man with pale green skin, blah, 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 blah. Greetings! Die in the name of the evil wizard. The creature brandishes a weapon at you. Am I supposed to be frightened by all of this? The creature stops waving its weapon and pauses to think for a moment. Yes, mentioning the evil one always strikes fear into the hearts of the masses, giving cause for the hero to travel forth facing many perils until he finally defeats the evil one due to an act of total stupidity. It leaps to the attack. Well, that's kind of accurate. It's kind of accurate. Oh, goody! Another magic item.
I hear your words.
Nice, critical hit. Fanged bolts.
Aye, what?
A clue. This cryptic piece of parchment simply states, "You now have a better understanding of what is going on." All right, here you hold on to these. That seems like a wise choice to have my Burning Man hold on to the paper, right? The heads of these enchanted bolts have two long fangs curving out from the center. They look menacing and hungry. Oh, right. Bolts of Keswick the Devourer. Minor artifacts. How can you have arrows that are minor artifacts that will never... Makes no sense. Also called Keswick's Teeth. Let's see, 4 to 8 piercing damage, +2... They count as +2 weapons. They have a THAC0 bonus of +4. Speed should not matter to missiles. Whatever. The head of these enchanted bolts are made of bone and have two long fangs curving out from the center. When one of these bolts strikes an opponent, the fangs take on a life of their own and begin eating their way slowly and painfully through the victim's body. According to legend, Keswick was a barrier chieftain on the Outlands who was forced to watch his people starve during a winter storm in the Cleft of Tears many centuries ago. Trapped in the cleft because of heavy snows, he sent scouts from his tribe to seek out aid from his neighbors, the province of Ohinru. Learning of the barrier's plight, the merchant princes of Ohinru saw an opportunity to wipe out the nomadic pests and claim the land for their own. The barrier scouts were executed and their heads mounted on the walls so that the vultures might feed while the barriers starved. When the storms cleared and more than half of his tribe had died of starvation, Keswick finally learned what had happened to his scouts. Consumed with an insane fire, he fashioned a sheaf of bolts from the teeth and bones of his people who had starved to death. Once he had finished, he traveled... So then why are they fangs? Once he had finished, he traveled to Ohinru in the night and fired his bolts blindly in the city streets. The name of each barrier that had died whispered on his lips as he released each shaft. Each bolt he fired twisted in flight, hungrily searching for a victim, and each found one, then another, then another. The night was filled with the choked screams of the citizens of Ohinru as the devourers claimed their bodies. When the dawn touched the city, the vultures fed again. No trace of Keswick could be found. The bolts of Keswick the Devourer can still be found scattered across the plains. It is said that for each victim the bolts claim, that another bolt is born, with the same hunger as the first. Oh, sounds lovely. So what you're telling me is that someone that I don't have yet will be able to use these items. Good to know. Good to know. Alrighty. This will go out here. Greetings! The creature suddenly stops scowling. What are you going on about? Yeah, it's basically the same thing that we had before, but this is new. The creature places its hands on its hips and frowns at you. The plot, you dolt. Stick to the plot. How do you expect me to play my part if you do not cooperate? Where were we? It pauses to think for a moment. Oh, I remember. I was about to trounce you. It leaps to the attack. Were you really? Mr. Low Threat Construct? I think we're going to murder you. Oh, boy. A military pick? I didn't know there were military picks in this game. Are you really out of identify spells? Alright, well, maybe we'll just hold on to these until we have a lot that we can identify and then use one of our Charms of Infinite Recall. Okay. This is a very strange place. Just gonna, put that out there. Greetings! Die in the name of the evil wizard. What evil wizard are you talking about? The creature stops waving its weapon and pauses to think for a moment. The one that doesn't exist until you set the Rubicon dungeon construct to hard difficulty level. Boy, will you be in trouble then. Meanwhile, die in the name of the evil wizard. Hard difficulty level? What the hell are you talking about? Well, you're apparently not... Oh, now you're hostile.
I'm a little out of practice, it seems.
I will hear you.
A goodie!
What you be want to know?
It looks like a small stone rod of some sort. Interesting, but useless. I wonder if I can sell any of these.
I'm gone.
Alright, we got 2 ways that we can go. Well, let's quick save. What are you going on about? Alright, fine. We'll defend ourselves. Bag of coins. Something tells me that that's not actually a bag of coins. A small bag filled with some strange coins. The coins have unusual pictures and writing on them. They don't appear to be of any value. Well, they should be of whatever... Gripe. Maybe they're gold coins. Oh, apparently gold is worthless here. Maybe that's what's going on. Who are you? The creature pauses to think for a moment, then gives an exaggerated shrug of its soldiers. Your hapless victims? It readies itself for an attack. This can't be happening, can it? Ah, but it is. Have at ye, knave. It leaps to the attack. Defend yourself! Alright, fine.
Damn.
It's like not even worth wasting spells on these guys. Well, let's head back through here. Ooh, wood-paneled floor. Greetings! What are you? I am the dungeon inhabitant that is going to attempt to kick your arse. It leaps to the attack. Alright, fine.
Did you see that?
Well, we're getting treasure out of this. A clue! I get the feeling that those are probably not going to be worth anything when we leave. Alright, that probably takes us back up, so let's go this way. And then down this way. Engineering room? Hello? Greetings! Greetings, the creature speaks with a monotone, sexless voice. I have some questions. The creature continues to look at you blankly. State your question. Who are you? The creature gazes at you for some time before answering. Uncertain confusion exists. What do you mean? Don't you know who you are? No, uncertainty exists at times. I don't remember who I am either. I sympathize with you. It reaches out and touches your shoulder gently. After a moment, it takes the hand away. I have some questions. What are you? Our race is known as Modron. We are from the plane of law, Mechanis. What can you tell me about Mechanis? A place of laws, many laws, very structured. Its voice fades to silence. I have some other questions. What is this place? It glances about. A dungeon simulator. Doesn't work, though. It broke. It sighs. What happened? Uncertain. It stopped working. What's a dungeon simulator? Modron glares at you, then sighs. It simulates dungeons. What do you think a dungeon simulator would do? How did it break? Uncertain. It stopped working. Okay. What are you doing here? It pauses, contemplating, thinking, answering your queries. It frowns on you, at you. What are you thinking about? Life's many mysteries. Okay. Never mind, must be going. How about you? I have some questions. What are you doing here? Who are you? What is this place? Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Alright. Now, these are all showing up as Modrons, so they may not be... Oh, well, this is different. Rubicon Dungeon Construct. What exactly is that? Modron frowns at you, then glances about the room. We should know. We are Modron. We are part of the whole. We. Information not available. Address your query to the engineer. Where do I find the engineer? Modron glances about. We do not know. Information not available. We are confused. Who are you? We are Modron. Your name is Modron? We are Modron. We do not have a name. We are Modron. All that you see here are Modron. We are one. Alright. You are all Modrons, but what is this Modron's name? The one I am talking to. Modron begins to emit a sporadic knocking sounds. Its face takes on a pained expression as it continues to stare at you. It looks away from you, and the knocking sound fades. We are Modron. We have no identity other than the whole that is Modron. We have no name. Then how do you tell one Modron from another? There is a pause as the Modron considers your question. We know. We are Modron. We are part of the whole. Oh my god, they're devouring Swarm! Just as you recognize a hand that is part of the arm, we recognize each part of the whole. I see. I have some other questions. What are you? We are Modron. We are Quadrone. What is a Quadrone? Within our race, we are identified as type Quadrone. Then what is a Modron? We are Modron. Our race is identified as such. Alright. What are you doing here? Awaiting instructions. Instructions for what? Modron gives you a blank look. Instructions for what tasks need to be performed. What tasks? Just what is it that you do here? Modron frowns at you, then glances about the room. We should know. We are Modron. We are part of the whole. We. Information not available. Address your query to the engineer. And where do I find him? Don't know. Alright. I must be going. Are you the engineer? Probably not. I have some questions. Who are you? I have some questions. What is this place? This is the Rubicon Dungeon Construct Project. What exactly is that? Modron begins to emit a soft humming sound as it answers you. Rubicon. Project goal is to determine the dynamics, both social and asocial, surrounding the environment commonly construed as a dungeon, and to attempt to explain the aberrations that tend to occur in such environments. How do you intend to do that? Rubicon is capable of forming a series of rooms linked in such a fashion as to form what is commonly referred to as a dungeon. Each dungeon can have one of three difficulty settings: easy, normal, or hard. The dungeon is then populated with monsters, traps, and treasure according to the difficulty level chosen. After creation, the dungeon can be fully explored. The Modron begins to emit a low hum. What is that humming sound? Rubicon is a worthy accomplishment, and it pauses for a moment. We are content. He said something about aberrations. Queries to be answered. What attracts people to dungeons? Why do people often seek to enter them if they are places of such danger? Why are dungeons there in the first place? What is a dungeon master? Why do they keep sicking evil monsters on the players? What are the dynamics of a workable dungeon? We do not understand. It pauses. I do not. You started to say I instead of we. The Modron gives you a concerned look, then glances about the room. You are in error. We are Modron. We are the whole. We will not discuss this. I know what I heard. You started to say I, and Modron frowns at you. You hear a hint of anger in its voice as it answers you. No, we are Modron. We are part of the whole. We will not discuss this further. An angry buzzing fills the room, then subsides. Alright, I'd like to try out one of these dungeons you mentioned. There's a significant pause before the Modron answers you. Request denied. Project halted due to accident. What accident? Dungeon construct became unstable. Cause uncertain. Failsafes activated, causing dungeon to collapse. Cause uncertain. Portal lens malfunctioned, causing contact with home plane of Mechanus to be severed. Cause uncertain. Reset of dungeon necessary. Well, then why don't you reset it? Reset can only be initiated by Project Director. Project Director disintegrated. Portal lens has malfunctioned, and contact with Mechanus severed. Cannot acquire replacement director from Mechanus. Let me get this straight. You can't reset without a director, but you can't get a director without resetting. The Modron looks worried and begins to fidget. Assessment correct. Project halted. Look, I'm an adventurer, and I've been through some dungeons in my day. Why not let me be your director? The room is suddenly filled with a buzzing sound that just as suddenly subsides. Assistants, welcome. You are now project director. Advise on next task. Reset the dungeon. Initializing reset. The room is filled with a low thrumming sound that can be felt rather than heard. Collapsing existing dungeon. The sound rises in power until the floor begins to vibrate. Initializing new dungeon. The sound rises in volume until you think your head is about to explode. Well, but I always think that, really. Suddenly, the room goes quiet. Reset complete. Dungeon construct status, easy. Awaiting further instructions, Director. Oh, I have some questions. The creature continues to look at you blankly. State your question. Are there any dangers associated with Rubicon that I should be aware of? Yes, Director. Do not become separated from any companions while in the maze. If the maze were to be reset with a new difficulty setting chosen, anyone left in the maze would be killed. I see. I will not reform my party while in the maze. Anything else?
Updated my journal.
Yes, Director. Do not drop items or equipment in the maze. If the maze were to be reset or a new difficulty setting chosen, any items left in the maze would be destroyed. I see. I will not drop anything important in the maze. Anything else?
Updated my journal.
He pauses to think for a moment. No, Director. I see you have some other questions. What exactly is Rubicon capable of? Rubicon is capable of forming a series of rooms linked in such a fashion as to form what is commonly referred to as a dungeon. Alternate capabilities are available via the portal lens. What alternate capabilities? Rubicon can form a gateway to the other locations by temporarily attaching itself to known existing portals. This effect is known as a portal lens. This allows use of the portal from within Rubicon without traveling to the portal location. So if I know of a portal, I can get to its destination from here? Correct, Director. I have some questions. I want to use the portal lens to travel somewhere. The hive near the flop house, the hive near the mortuary, the hive near the marketplace, the hive near the smoldering corpse bar, lower ward, clerk's ward, weeping stone catacombs. Alright, so I can get here from any... So this basically looks to be kind of an alternate fast travel ability. Never mind, that's all for now. I have some questions. I want to create a dungeon to explore. Alright, well, it's on easy right now, so let's explore around. Let's see what we got. Ah, okay, now we can get in there. We're back in the Modron foyer. Alright, in we go. Die in the name of the evil wizard. I don't have time for this. Farewell. The creature raises its arms and brandishes its weapon. See the worm cower before me in all my might and splendor. Beg not for mercy, worm, for I have none to give. It leaps to the attack. You guys want to attack? Thank you. Grr. What are you? I am a light combat construct. I currently feature poor combat abilities, low intelligence, and a feeble weapon that I can use with little skill. It leaps to the attack. Of course it does.
Ready.
Yep. Take another dirty rat charm, I guess. Acid Sponge Bolts. Acidic Sponge Bolts. 1 to 2 crushing damage. 6 acid damage on impact. Speed 10. The putty-like globes on the heads of these crossbow bolts are actually dried-up aquatic sponges found in many of the Great Lakes of Bytopia. Seemingly unremarkable to most scholars, these tiny sponges were accidentally discovered to have the property of being able to absorb acids and store them in their bodies with no harm to themselves. As a result, great masses of these creatures were gathered and bred for use as weapons against the fiends of the Blood War. After being fed a steady diet of acid for a few days, the sponges were harvested, dried, and covered with a resin that keeps a soft bubble around the sponge. The sponge is then mounted on the head of an arrow or crossbow bolt and is ready for use. When the tip of the bolt strikes a creature with sufficient force, the resin bubble bursts, the sponge flattens, and the target is doused with acid. Well, that sounds fun. Who is holding on to my my crossbow bolts right now? Ah, you've got some. All right, so seems reasonable guess that these are for a character that we do not have yet. The creature gives you a dark but gloating look. Nay, snake, you cannot flee the terror that stands before you. When one transgresses as you have, one must pay the price. Oh dear, oh dear.
What do you wish of Ignis?
Get your eyes off my arse.
My eyes aren't on your arse. They are on your tail, but that's besides the point. It doesn't count. Who are you? I am just another faceless minion of evil who you must either destroy or be destroyed by. This is a joke, right? The creature's face becomes a showcase of various emotions until it settles onto one that feels to be appropriate. You mock me, die putrid offspring of a humanoid female.
What is thy bidding?
Oh, keep getting claw charms and stuff. That's not bad. What are you doing? The creature leans in. Oh, that's right.
Stinks of oil. Ugh.
What was that, Anna?
Ignis wishes to burn.
You like my wee tail?
Yeah, I do kind of, actually. And a retractable scope.
Flames await.
+1 to damage, +2 to missile weapon. +2 to missile weapons, usable only by Modrons. So, I'm guessing that the Modron is the character that would use the crossbow bolts. This intricately designed sighting scope folds up into itself when not in use. When activated, it clamps into place over the user's left eye and immediately begins tracking any targets in range with a series of low, threatening clicks. The tracking system gives the user greater accuracy with missile weapons and makes projectiles more damaging. That seems pretty good, assuming that the Modron character uses the missile weapons. It's not like we've had any other missile weapons.
Damn.
Maybe I should just start ignoring these guys.
Valley.
Cut it out, I'm not deaf.
I'm just asking you to pick up the ring, jeez. Fine, I'll talk to Fall from Grace next time then.
I'm listening.
Yeah, see, she's much more polite than you, Anna. Another military pick.
I'm here.
I had to wake up from the dead in a place like this.
Well, you didn't exactly wake up in this place. No idea what that actually does.
I must be hallucinating all this.
No, I don't think you are. Guys, go attack it. Man, for some reason,
I'm
pathfinding
not that sort of girl.
this place is just, like, awful. Alright, well, for now, let's actually give these over to you, Ignis. You're carrying the worthless junk. Well, let's, in that case, you can hold the eye. Fall from Grace. I'm kind of assuming that stuff is all going to be useless, but I'd like to jump out and try to sell it just in case. Might be worth something. Anyway, we'll go ahead and call this an episode here, and when we return, we are going to continue to explore the easy setting for the Rubicon dungeon. See you next time, everyone.